product page optimizations. Okay, this means doing things to your actual product pages that will make Google read them easier and that will make them appear higher in the SERPs. So let's get into that. So what most people do when they get approved with new suppliers is ask for the CSVs, have them modified to meet Shopify's template, then upload all the products to their store with making no changes and just basically having everything just blasted up there. And while it's not the worst thing in the world when you're first getting started and want to have a template or a base to work with, you do want to make changes to your product pages and to your generic supplier descriptions, especially for your pages that prove to get the most traffic. So if you are brand new to this, then what you're going to want to do, and by the way, when I'm saying if you're brand new, I mean if you're watching this right now and you haven't even uploaded any products to your site yet, right? Then what you're going to want to do is go to your competitor sites and look in their bestsellers section. You're going to want to look on their homepage and see what the main products are that they list to. So in their bestsellers, what are their bestsellers? Because chances are, guess what? They're going to be your bestsellers as well. And then those are the pages you can start to optimize on your site. If you already have a site and you're watching this now, then I want you to go into your Google Analytics account. Then I want you to go into your content section and I want you to sort by most viewed content and see what most people are looking at on your site, right? What products are most people going to? What product pages? And those are the ones that you're going to focus on optimizing. So just want to be clear that if you're watching this right now and you have 3,000 products on your site, I'm not talking about that going in there and optimizing 3,000 products individually one by one, at least not to start. To start, what you want to do is build out your top visited product pages. And again, start with your top 10. That's fine. That's where your traffic's going anyway. That's probably where you're getting sales at already. So again, go to Google Analytics, look in the content section and see which pages are getting the most visitors. Take those and start building out those product pages. Now, I say over 1,000 words because that's just a good, reference point. There have been multiple studies done where different SEO companies go out there and check the most visited websites and the most highest ranked pages. And it is a very common theme that the pages at the top of Google have over 1,000 words. So right now, if your top product pages, the ones getting the most traffic, have 100 words on them, then they definitely need some work, right? You need to go ahead and add content to them. And I am going to show you how to do that in this video. The other thing you have to do is make sure that your target keyword is included 3 to 5 times. Now, for your product pages, your target keyword is going to be the brand name, the product name, and the SKU number. Most likely, the product name is the most searched part. So don't worry, I'm going to show you how to do this. But the reason you want to include it 3 to 5 times out of 1,000 plus words is because mainly what you do this for is just so Google knows what this page is about. So when their robots are reading your site, they see that keyword pop up multiple times and Google's algorithm can then say, okay, we get it. This page is about this brand name, this product name, this SKU number. You don't want to overdo it and have it stuffed in there. The term keyword stuffing is real because back in the day, you used to be able to just put your keyword a bunch of times in a bunch of places and Google wasn't smart enough to know that you were trying to cheat the system. Now they are. So out of 1,000 word product page, you want that target keyword, which again is the product name, to appear about 3 to 5 times. What you want to do beyond that is use variations of the keyword because the way that Google determines what your page is about is not only from that one, let's call it our target keyword, it's about the variations, and then Google will use all of that data together to build basically a profile for your page and rank it for your main keyword and related keywords. So I'm going to show you how to do that in just a minute. Another thing you want to do that's super easy to do, and I'm actually going to show you a way that it's automated, but that is using what are called alt image tags. And these are basically words that you don't see when someone's on your website, but they're words that are used to basically describe images. And I think they're really there for accessibility, for like if someone is blind and they're on your website, it could read it to them. So if you had a photo of a dog stroller, then the alt image tag would be dog stroller in brown, model number 123, whatever, right? But we want to do those because it makes the website more user friendly, but it also helps Google, again, when their robots are crawling our site, to build more of a profile about what our pages are in regard what the topic is, right? What the keywords are. Now, another thing that we definitely want to do for optimizing our product pages are allow our users to submit content. And basically, if we could have more information on our pages and we could have our users putting it there for us, our visitors, our customers, why wouldn't we do that, right? It's the same concept as when we're building out our content pages and our blog posts. If we can work with contributors and collaborators and have other people build them out for us, why wouldn't we do that, right? It saves us time and it makes them better. So we're also going to allow users to submit content to our product pages, so they'll be more built out, so they'll have more keywords, so they'll rank better in Google. And finally, for the on-page optimizations, we are going to be making sure that our page URLs are our brand name, followed by product name, followed by SKU number. And again, this is assuming that your suppliers have brand names that people search for. Obviously, you're going to want to use the product name and you're going to want to use the SKU number, again, if that's something that your competitors are using and that's something that Google is showing other people in your niche for. So let's go through these one by one and I'll show you what this looks like. Okay, so let me switch screens right now. All right, so we'll be using the Happy Paws Dog Store, the Dropship Lifestyle demo store, using version 2 of the Dropship Lifestyle Shopify theme. Now, I mentioned to find out which of your top visited product pages. That's something you can do through Google Analytics. You can also do it through the Shopify Analytics. So I'm just going to show you how to do it that way right now because being this is a demo store, we do not have Google Analytics installed on it. So I'm just going to go into the admin, and this is a demo store, so it has like no traffic. It has like 191 visitors. But what you'll want to look at is top landing pages by sessions. And again, this is a demo store, so it doesn't have any traffic, but we see that this product, the Pet Gear Expedition Pet Stroller, is the number one, landing page, which means it's the number one product for us. So this is the one that we would want to optimize, right? Again, you'd want to start with your top 10. So let me go to the Shopify store here and find that product. I think it's the first one on the homepage, and it is. Yep. So this one. Now, being, I just did that research that took me 2 seconds to see that this is the top visited product page. I would go to it. And then again, this is the part that I'd want to build out, right? When I say build out the descriptions to over 1,000 words, this is what I would be working with. This is the default one right now. So not much going on here, very, very basic. And as far as the product name, which would be our target keyword that we would want to include 3 to 5 times, I'm pretty sure right now it's only here once. So let me copy it and then search this page, and it's there, and then it's here in the breadcrumbs on the site. So it's only here twice. So what I would do if this was a real store and this really was my top product page is I would turn this right here into 1,000-word or more product description that would mention this right here, the product name, the target keyword, 3 to 5 times. Now, you don't want to just go ahead and add filler words here just for the sake of making it longer. You actually want to make it valuable because the goal is not just to hit 1,000 words. The goal is to turn it into something that when a prospective buyer lands on, they actually want to read through it. They actually get value from it, more value so than your competitors are giving them, right? And that basically drives them to order from you. So in order to find out what you want to include in here, you could simply look at previous reviews of this product that people have either left with your store or with other stores, right? What are people saying about it? You can go to your manufacturers and see if, for example, in this example, if this company Pet Gear had any more information on this product or any reviews that you'd be able to use here. You can go ahead and expand on some of these right here, right? On the features. So it just says large protective pet compartment. This could be built out if you were trying to make this, again, one of your built out product pages to something like large protective pet compartment measures, 30 inches by whatever it is, 20 inches by 20 inches, and is big enough to hold 2 medium-sized dogs. It's lined with whatever the material is, right? Cotton fabric. You want to get more information on that from your suppliers. So again, you're building this out and not just to have words, but to make it more valuable to to your future customer. So like for this one, for example, ergonomic handle with adjustable height, you could say, ergonomic handle, which is better for your wrists, and height adjusts from 30 inches to 37 inches, making it perfect for people of any height, right? Whatever it is. So turn these right now features into benefits. Wheel brakes and shock absorbers. So you would turn that into something much longer. Wheel brakes for when you're, waiting at a red light so your dog doesn't roll away, whatever, and shock absorbers so it's perfect to take on the trail. So building this out. Now, I think that's self-explanatory enough, just a little bit of copywriting there. But remember I mentioned that when Google, when their robots come and crawl this page or your pages, they're building a profile, right, around this product, which is why we want to have the product name mentioned multiple times. But we also want variations of this product name for Google to pick up on so we can appear for related keywords as well. So the way that we come up with these extra keywords that we actually want to include is simply copy our product name. Then we're going to go back to google.com. And just like when we were trying to find different keywords for our content pages, we're going to look for different keywords for this product. So when I type this product into Google, let's see what it shows me. So they have instructions. So maybe we could have something included on our built out product description where we talk about instructions. Maybe we even have a download link for the instruction manual, right? Because we want to use these keywords. Extra large, we could talk about how it's extra large for bigger dogs. Obviously, people are searching for it in the burgundy color. So if we had it in burgundy, we should definitely be mentioning that on the product page. It looks like people ask if they can use it for dogs and cats. So we should mention that it's perfect for dogs and cats. Reviews, I'll show you in a second how we get reviews on those pages, but we will have that. So that's important. And then just like before, right, we take our keywords from here that we're going to use in our new built out description, but we're also going to do the Google search. And we're going to come all the way down to the bottom and we're going to see what people are saying down here. So people are looking for comparisons. So maybe on that product page, if it really was our top selling product, we put a comparison chart amongst maybe our other top 2 or 3 sellers, right? If it's a Roadster, I don't know. Again, you're gonna have to do your own research for your own products, but I would use that keyword. If it was a no zip stroller, if that was this one that we're selling, I would make sure to include that keyword. And pretty much you get it, right? This is the stuff that Google is just giving us, and they're not giving it to us because they think we're an internet retailer looking for keywords. They're giving it to us because they know that the person on Google that's normally shopping for this product or searching for this product is pulling in all these other keywords. So they're trying to make it easier for our users, right? For people that are searching for our products, which means we should use all this information. So Google thinks, wow, look at that. Whatever it is, Happy Paws store is also making it easier for people searching for these. And they put our product pages way up here at the top near Pet Gear Inc., right? And near Amazon. So very, very important that, again, we find those top pages and then we build them out by building out the description, by turning the features into benefits, and by not only using the keyword 3 to 5 times, but by using all those other related keywords right here that people are searching for. Because by doing that, Google will really build a solid profile for our pages, and those will rank higher when people search for them. Now, the third thing that I mentioned to do when optimizing your product pages is use alt image tags. So let me show you how to do that. And this is how to do it manually, by the way. There is a way to do it automatically, which you're going to get a little bit further later in this video. But here's how you would do it manually and kind of what I'm talking about. So this is that product page in Shopify. And when I'm on it, we'll let it load. And you could see the images that I have here, and see on the bottom, it says alt, edit alt text. All the images have that. So you can go ahead and click that. And then I've already used the tool on this website that I'm going to show you how to use in just a bit. But what you would do if you wanted to do it manually was come into the actual product page and then have this be, Pet Gear Expedition Stroller. I don't know the model number of this, but you would put the SKU number, right? So SKU number 123 in blue. Whatever the actual product is. And again, you would just click done. And what's going to happen there is when Google is reading your site. Let me come back to that page. It's not going to, that text that I just put there, it doesn't pop up anywhere on this page, but it is there. It is in the code. So when Google is reading your site, it's going to find that code in there, which again is going to help Google build the profile of your page. And as a side benefit, it's going to help your images appear in Google image search. So pretty cool. And that is the manual way to apply the image tags, the alt image tags. Again, just go to your product pages, click alt, and see this one doesn't have any. That's a waste. So you would, if you were doing it manually, type it in there. But again, I'm going to show you an app in a little bit that'll do that for you. Now, the fourth thing that I mentioned you should do to build out your product pages is to allow users to submit content. So I'm not talking about like a Wikipedia type thing where people type in whatever they want, but there are two ways that you could just have more relevant information appear on your product pages that not only help Google understand it better, but that also help your conversion rate go up. One of them is having customer reviews, so allowing customers to write a review on your store. This, we just use the Shopify review app. Let me come in here to the App Store. It's just called Shopify Product Reviews. It's free. I will link to it below this video, but make sure you get that installed. And that way, when people purchase from you and leave reviews, they will pop up here. And the reviews, again, usually have keywords that are relevant to your products, which in turn will help Google. Now, this is another way right here that we allow users to submit content to our website, basically. We have the question and answer app, and that one is called Product Questions and Answers. Again, I'll link to that below this video. And what's cool about it is, let's just say someone, goes on Google product listing ads, they search for this product, they find this website, they come here and they're like, oh, cool, I want to buy this thing, but I don't know if I could put 2 dogs in it, right? I want to put 2 dogs in it, but I don't know if that's possible. So if this wasn't here, one thing they could do is call us. They'd be able to live chat us if this was a real store. They'd be able to email in. But what we want them to do, is click this button that says ask a question, and they literally can just ask straight through here. Now, what this app does, the question and answer app, is notify us as the store owner when a new question comes in, and then we can go ahead and we can answer it in the back end and just go ahead and click submit on our end. And what happens then is the question and the answer pops up on the product page, and the customer or the lead that asked the question gets emailed their response. So what's great about this is obviously people can ask questions super easily without having to leave your site or without thinking like, oh, let me just find their competitor. They can ask right here. But what's even better about it is you're going to build up a database over time of the most frequently asked questions for each product, and you're going to have the questions and the answers right there, which Google is going to read. Google's going to crawl. It's going to help Google rank your site higher because it's more relevant. It's a more built out page, and you get that extra bonus of increased conversion rates for future visitors because they're going to see their questions and their answers right there, and it's going to make it easier for them to make a buying decision. One side note, because I think this is the only time I'm going to mention this app through the blueprint, through the Dropship blueprint. People still will email in questions to you. People still will live chat. People still will call in with questions. If they're good and they're relevant, then what you should do manually is just go to your own product pages, click ask a question, and just ask the question there, like do it yourself, and then answer it in the back end. So, you basically what I'm saying is it doesn't have to be a customer who asks these questions. You can ask and answer them yourselves just as a way to get more information on your product pages and to get Google to rank you higher. So that is how we allow users to submit content. Again, 2 ways, one being their customer reviews, the other being the product question and answer app, both that are listed below this video and linked to in the App Store. Now, the 5th product page optimization that we do is edit the page URL. So if you look up here, this is the page URL. I'm on happypawsdogstore.com/products/petgear expedition pet stroller. Now, if you have already set up all your product pages and you are ranking in Google, I don't want you to go in and change everything. Like if, you did it, your way, or you did it whatever way you originally did it, and again, you're getting results, then changing this now might set you back for a few months or so. So don't do this, again, if you're established with a lot of organic traffic. If you're established with no organic traffic, do this now. And if you're brand new, do this every time you build a new product page. So this right here right? The Pet Gear Expedition pet stroller. Shopify refers to that as a page handle, and you want those typically to be your brand name, right? So this is a Pet Gear product, so brand name. Then you want it to be followed by the product name. So this is the product name right here, Expedition Pet Stroller. Then if there is a SKU number or a product number that, again, is being used by your competitors and by the brand actively, then you're going to want that there too. So the format up here should be, again, Pet Gear is the brand. So it starts with the brand, then product name, Expedition Pet Stroller. And if this company had a SKU, then it would probably be after it. So it would look like this, dash, 1234, whatever the product number was, right? This company didn't have that, and this is a demo product. So we just have brand name, product name. The way you set this, one way is through your CSV, if you're uploading products through CSV. If you're not, and you're doing, things manually, then you could just go to your product page. So this is the product page right now that correlates with this. And then when you go down here, you come down to the search engine listing preview. It says edit website SEO. When you click that, the very bottom thing is the URL and handle. So this is that URL, right? And this one's already correct. But again, if I wanted to add a SKU number after it, I could just go ahead and, type in 1234, whatever, click save, and then it would update that product URL. If for some reason, when you first uploaded products, it was sloppy and it looks something like this, right? Like Pet Gear Expedition, can't type today, Expedition, whatever, no spaces or anything, no dashes, I would change it. Or if you uploaded it originally and it's like some long number, then I would change it also, because it's just going to rank a lot better if your URL matches the actual brand name, product name, and SKU number. So keep that in mind. Now, this stuff for SEO is also super important. We are going to discuss that, but we're actually going to discuss it in the next section of this video, which is all about increasing your click-through ratio. But to take a quick step back and to recap what we just covered when it comes to product page optimizations, first, remember, it's building out your top visited product pages with over 1,000 words of quality content, including your target keyword 3 to 5 times, plus those related keywords that you find when doing research in Google, making sure you're using the alt image tags so Google can read your website properly, making sure you're allowing users to submit content through the Shopify product review app and through the product question and answer app. And then, of course, having our page URLs follow that same format, brand name, product name, and SKU number with the dashes in between makes it a lot easier for Google to read your store. Now, with all that being said, it's time to get a little bit deeper into things we're doing within Shopify, and that is setting up our website to increase our click-through ratio, our CTR. So again, CTR stands for click-through ratio or click-through rate. And basically what it is the percentage of people that click your organic link versus the amount of people that see it. So let's just say that you appear in 100 search results from 100 different people that are searching for your products on Google. And let's say that 1 out of those 100 people clicks your link. Well, that means that your click-through ratio is 1% because 1 out of 100 people clicked your link. If 5 people out of the 100 clicked it, then it's 5%, and so on and so on. Now, just things are the way they are, but the results that appear in the number 1 spot are always by far the ones with the highest click-through rate, then 2, then 3, and so on and so on and so on. And by the time you're on, the second page, it really just doesn't matter anymore. Yeah, you'll get some traffic, but you want to be on that first page. You want to be in the top 3. Now, one of the things that Google looks at to determine who's going to be in that top spot, really the whole first page, is the click-through rate. So let's just say you do everything that you've seen up until before this video or even up to now, and Google ranks one of your products at number 5. Okay, you're in the number 5 spot of the organic results. But let's say Google realizes that people are searching for these products and your number 5 position link or result is getting more clicks than numbers 1, 2, 3, and 4, right? People are searching for this. Google is putting putting you in number 5, but for some reason, people are clicking yours more than the 4 above you. Well, if that happens, that shows Google, whoa, people must really like this site, and it shouldn't be number 5 anymore, right? Maybe it should be number 1, or maybe it's going to go to 3 and then 2 and then 1. But the point is, the higher you can get your click-through ratio, meaning the more people you can get that see your organic results to click your listing over everyone else that Google shows, the higher Google is going to think of you, the better they are going to rank for you. Now, quick side note, this holds true with all ads, not just organic traffic. If your Google AdWords get more clicks than your competitors, then you're going to have a higher click-through ratio, which means you're going to have a higher quality score, which means you're going to beat out other people. Same thing with Facebook ads. If more people click your ads than others, that shows Facebook that people like your stuff. They're going to rank you higher. So the way we're talking about this right now is in the SEO use case, but this does apply to everything you do. The more people that you can get to see your stuff, to engage with your stuff, that see your stuff, the higher your things will perform, the less you'll have to pay to get people to click your things, okay? Just a general rule of thumb to always keep in mind. Now, with that being said, there are 3 main things that we use to increase our click-through ratio, and I'm going to share them all with you right now. So the first is adding what I call modifiers to your product page title tags, and I'll show you exactly what that looks like in a minute, don't worry. The next thing we do is turn our meta descriptions into ads. So we basically, again, use a little copywriting and turn our normal boring meta descriptions into ads. And then one of my favorite things is using rich snippets with JSON LD. And if that sounds like a foreign language to you right now, don't worry, we're going to cover it all, okay? So to start with adding modifiers to your product page title tags, by default, your product page title tags are going to equal your product names. So if it was, Anton's paddleboard model 123, then by default, your product page title would be Anton's paddleboard number 123. Now, we like to add other words in here that really appeal to people, that stand out, that appeal to people that we want. So words like buy. So maybe it would be buy Anton's paddleboard model 123. Things like in stock. So maybe we make the sentence buy Anton's paddleboard number 123 in stock now. So things that people are already searching and things that make them think, ooh, I could buy it from this website and it's in stock, more likely to get that click, right? Things like lowest price. So buy Anton's paddleboard model number 123 in stock, low price guarantee. Free shipping. Buy Anton's paddleboard 123 in stock with free shipping. Buy Anton's paddleboard 123 on sale now. Save 10%, right? All different things that we can add in. We can't add them all because not only is it keyword stuffing, but there is a character limit, meaning we can't just have it run on forever. So you'll really have to choose which ones you want to use based on your industry, based on what offers you have. But when you add these in, it will increase your click-through ratio because they're going to stand out to the people that are looking to buy. Now, the other thing that we do that has a huge impact to increase the click-through ratio is turning meta descriptions into ads. Now, meta descriptions, I'll show you what they look like in a second and where they appear. But they're basically the little preview that Google shows to people that see your website in the search results. So by default, your meta descriptions are going to be your product descriptions. Because Shopify, to make it easy on you, just goes ahead and copies your product description into the meta description box. The reason they do that is because it's better than having it just blank, because that's not going to help anybody. But you're much better off to put some time into these and to turning them into mini ads. A way you can get ideas for what to put in there for copy is you could check AdWords to see what your competitors are doing. And you can also use modifiers, once again, to target people with buying intent. Okay. The last thing that we do to increase our click-through ratio is using those rich snippets. And we do that with JSON LD. And this is really cool because, again, think of it. You have competitors. You know that. It's fine. That's business. But you want to differentiate yourself in the search results, right? So instead of looking like everyone else, what if you could actually have extra elements on your listing? And a few of them that are super easy to do is to have star ratings. So I'll show you what this looks like. But, when you Google something and you see, 4.5 out of 5 stars, things like that. Well, if you're using the Shopify product review app, and if you're using the JSON LD app that I'm going to recommend and link to below this video, then when you get reviews on your products, they are going to appear in the search results also, which of course makes you stand out if none of your competitors have them. People are going to be a lot more likely to click your link if it says, 5 out of 5 stars or 4.5 out of 5 stars when everyone else's doesn't even show any stars, right? Now, another thing that we do is get in stock to appear in search results. So the people that are searching are going to see how many stars our products have. They're going to see if it's in stock, because it'll literally say in stock, and they're going to see the product price. So a huge way to stand out, right? Because most of our competitors won't be doing this. We will. It makes it look different, which means it gets more interest, which means more people will click it, which means our click-through ratio goes up. So I know this increasing CTR thing might be a little complicated or hard to understand if you're not familiar with it yet. So let me switch screens right now and show you what this actually looks like inside of Shopify and inside of Google. So just like how the image alt tags don't really appear on the page, right? They're only readable to Google. The same holds true for what we're about to go through with the different product page title tags and meta descriptions. Now, the product page title tag will technically be visible on your page. It's actually up here. If you look way up at the top, what's in Google Chrome as the preview, that's the page title tag, but it's not going to pop up anywhere, in your text or on the product page. But where it is going to appear, let me come back into Google here and search for something. And let's go under the sponsored ads. See this right here where it says Amazon.com Pet Gear Expedition Pet Stroller for Cats and Dogs. This is a page title, okay? So that's a product page title. This right here where it says Strollers Pet Gear, it seems like a category of this website is ranking for that, I should say. This here is an online store, and this is their product page title. So it's Pet Gear Expedition No Zip Pet Stroller, boysenberry. So again, so on and so on. This is Walmart's listing. This is a review for it. This is another, I think this one's for sale, or it might be a review. So basically you get the point though, right? The product page title tags are what appear here. This is what people see in Google. So let's come back to our store. And for this product, this is the Shopify page. Where you enter that, what you want to appear down there is here under search engine listing preview, and you can go to edit website SEO. And again, by default, the page title is just going to have whatever your product name is. So that means that if someone searched for this product in Google and found our store, let me come back here, what they would see here is just the product name. So ours would just say Pet Gear Expedition Pet Stroller, right? But remember, we want to add modifiers to this to make it stand out more. And as you could see, Google allows us up to 70 characters to make it stand out. So maybe we would do something like buy the Pet Gear Expedition Pet Stroller for the lowest price with free shipping. Okay, so that went over. That's too long. That's 78 characters. What if I delete by the and have that? So that would fit. So now instead of someone, finding our result and it just saying Pet Gear Expedition Stroller, now they see this, right? It turns into almost an ad. Buy the Pet Gear Expedition Stroller, Pet Gear Expedition Stroller for the lowest price with free shipping. Okay, so just doing that is super helpful. And here's the preview of how it would look in Google now, right? Now, the next thing that is very important is the meta description. So by default, like I mentioned, Shopify will just take whatever is here, whatever you have in your product description, which is what appears on your product page here. And they're just going to copy that and they're going to paste the first 320 characters into the meta description. So this is what appears in Google search results right here. So this one, it says, Pet Gear's largest stroller offers a spacious, comfortable ride. So this is their meta description, okay? So we want to change ours to make it stand out more. So what I would do to get ideas for this, to make it really unique, is I would go to Google, and when I Google the product, remember, just like I did, I just went to google.com, typed in the product name, I would look for these. These are the search text ads, right? These are what people are paying for. And I would see what they're using. So this one says Pet Gear Expedition Pet Stroller, low prices, free 1 to 2 day shipping, 24 advice, buy now, right? 24/7 advice, buy now. So this is an ad. This is ad copy. So I'm not literally going to steal this from them, but I just want to show you what this would look like, right? If I took that and then I came back here and I changed my meta description to that, now this is what my search engine results would look like when someone searched for it. Again, it's a lot more appealing than it was before when it's just a bunch of text. Now, the beauty is we don't just have to copy what other people are doing, because remember, we get a lot more characters than a search text ad does. This is only 91 characters and we have 320 to work with. So I would build this out a lot more, and I would turn it into, you know, the Pet Gear Expedition pet stroller is in stock now and ships in 1 to 2 days for free. And then let's see, they have low prices, so we have that. We don't have that. We could say we have a low price guarantee. World-class, let's see, world-class customer service. And we're here to answer your questions 24/7. And of course, I mean, don't, you know, say stuff if it's not true, but yeah, you get the point, right? This is now not just some generic thing up here where it's the first 320 characters of this. Now it's really turning into something a lot more built out. So I would also use the keywords that we found in our keyword research section before when we were building out this up here. So maybe, you know, it would be something like let me just get the product name again to make this faster. The Pet Gear Expedition stroller is perfect for dogs and cats and can support up to 150 pounds, right? Whatever it is, you'd really want to take the time to make this, you know, worthwhile, because again, not only is it going to help you get your click-through ratio up, which is going to just get you more traffic from today, but it's going to help you long term because it's going to basically be pre-selling your products, and it's going to get Google to reward you for having more people click through to your products. Okay, so quick overview. What we're doing here for increasing our click-through ratio is editing our page titles here by adding in modifiers. Then we're editing our meta descriptions to turn them all into really short form sales copy, things that entice people to click over to our site.